If your skin burns when you apply moisturizer, that's not active. That's damage.
And if your routine only works when you're using 5 calming products at once, your barrier is not resilient.
Most people are trying to stimulate their way to better skin.
When what they actually need is to rebuild the protective layer.
Here's what's happening right now.
Welcome back to Biohacking Beauty podcast, your go-to anti-aging skincare podcast.
We're your hosts,
Anastasia.
And Amitai, the founders of Young Goose Skincare.
And we are here to cut through the noise and bring you real science on skin aging, longevity, and what it actually takes to age younger.
This isn't just about products. It's about protocols, because skincare is whole body care.
Each week, we dive into evidence-backed strategies from cellular repair to full body biohacks, helping you optimize your skin, your health, and your life.
Let's redefine what aging looks like starting now. So, before we start this episode, as usual, what are we doing, Anastasia?
We are going to read one of our listeners' reviews.
And the reason is because this podcast is designed to provide value to as many people as possible, whether they're, your friendly neighborhood esthetician, plastic surgeon, or someone just starting out. And the way that we're going to reach as many people as possible and help, guide them through this journey, this biohacking skincare journey, is by, appeasing the gods of the algorithm. And we're going to do that by getting many reviews. That's one of just recommend us to your friends as you're doing. We really appreciate it. But also, reviews are important.
Yep. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And honestly, it always makes our day to read your wonderful reviews.
Yeah. And it's going to make your day too, because we're going to give you a free gift. But yeah.
That's right. Yes. Okay. So this one, I'm trying to remember if we already read it again.
There is a new one. There's two recently, back to back, by estheticians.
That's the one I want to read today. But
just read the latest one.
Okay. Long review warning. Haha. But I found this podcast a few years ago and it's changed everything. I'm a registered nurse with over a decade experience in surgery and have personally been an avid skincare aficionado since my early teens. I've tried many different brands and been in the healthcare field. I've tried many medical-grade products and heard all the science behind them. Not really much innovation until Young Goose came along.
For the listeners, Anastasia is doing air quotes after every...
Yes. Yeah. Then the review is much, much longer and there is a lot of beautiful...
The review is a blog.
Yes. Well, she did say long review warning. But I'll just... read this last paragraph. Each product is worth every penny and has seriously improved the quality of my skin. I've never been complimented more on my skin at almost 41. I never thought that would happen. I absolutely love this company and the owners are just a gem to listen to. I appreciate how much research goes into all they do and also the integrity of the owners. I've never met them, nor am I affiliate, but I'm a huge fangirl and I pray they continue doing such amazing work and podcasts.
Well, your prayers have been answered because this is a podcast you're going to listen to. However, I'm just saying, what is her name? This lovely lady. Lovely nurse.
Soulful Sexy Steph.
Anyway, Soulful Sexy Steph. Either you can send us a message, a DM on Instagram, slide into our DMs, or you can send an email, service@younggoose.com. Let us know.
Slide to Rick's DMs.
Slide to our email too. And let us know. And then you're going to get a free product sent to you because we read your review. If you want to have a chance to get a free product as well, write us a review. And
Okay, this was a mini podcast.
A mini pod. Okay, if your skin burns when you apply moisturizer, that's not active. That's damage.
Mm-hmm. And if your routine only works when you're using 5 calming products at once, your barrier is not resilient.
Most people are trying to stimulate their way to better skin.
when what they actually need is to rebuild the protective layer.
So today is Protocol School, Skin Barrier Edition. That's something new we're thinking to do. Let's see if how much you guys are liking it, and we can do more of those. So today is a new type of episode. It's called Protocol School, Skin Barrier Edition, because if your barrier is weak, nothing else works.
Yes, not your retinoids, not even your infrared light mask, not your peptides, nothing.
Yep. And here's what's happening, right now. People are over-layering actives, over-exfoliating, overusing devices, actually even going to their professionals. And then they're wondering why their skin is reactive.
Yeah. The barrier is your skin's primary defense system. It regulates water loss, it blocks irritants, it controls inflammatory signaling.
It's literally your biological firewall.
When it's intact, skin looks calm, hydrated, smooth, and reflective. When it's impaired, you see redness, flaking, breakouts, tightness, uneven texture.
And here's the important part. A damaged barrier makes aging worse because chronic low-grade inflammation accelerates collagen breakdown.
So today, we're going to build a barrier protocol because we know you guys like and really respond to when we give you actionable protocols. And this protocol, if you follow along, will actually increase tolerance of your skin over time, increase resilience of your skin over time, not just temporarily soothe the symptoms.
That's the difference between, I believe, like biohacking or longevity skin strategies rather than just trying to solve the apparent issue. But first, I think we should define this thing properly. When people say barrier, they think moisture or moisturizer.
Yes, and it's much more specific than that. The barrier is primarily the stratum corneum, which are basically your corneocytes embedded in a lipid matrix.
Bricks and mortar, if you would.
Correct, exactly. The bricks are dead keratinocytes. The mortar are ceramides, cholesterol, and free fatty acids in specific ratio.
And what if that lipid ratio is off?
Yeah, you increase transepidermal water loss, or TEWL, as you probably guys have seen it in literature, which leads to dehydration and inflammatory signaling.
Translation, your skin leaks. What I coined a long time ago, and now it's ran away from me, which is called leaky skin.
Yeah. And we were at one of the wellness events, and the speaker was talking about leaky skin, and we're like, what?
Hey, what the?
That's a sanitized term. But yeah, now it's suddenly going to see it in
It's not mine
papers.
anymore. The baby,
Got wings. I don't know. Fly away.
We say in Hebrew, the carrot got up and hit the farmer on the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, leaky skin is not fun to have. Basically, your skin will have micro trauma, like micro channels open, micro wounds, microscopically speaking. And that, of course, will let bad things in, good things like water out. It becomes overreactive.
Okay, so let's make it practical. 3 signs your skin barrier needs repair.
Yes. 1, stinging when products are applied and they shouldn't sting.
2, tightness after cleansing, even if you moisturize.
Yes. And 3, redness that lingers longer than it should.
Bonus sign, breakouts that show up after you, in air quotes, upgrade your routine.
Yes, and that's often barrier disruption masquerading as purging. So you would hear people say, I started using the skincare and my skin is purging. And a lot of the times, it's not that good reaction of your skin detoxifying. It's actually that your skin barrier was so disrupted that now your skin cannot tolerate the actives of this skincare you're applying.
And it's definitely enticing. It's definitely a normal reaction. But time and time again, we see people respond by adding more products or adding stronger actives. And it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction. Like every person we talk with that has a skin barrier dysregulation, they can even come to us and say, hey, this is what I have. I have skin barrier issues. Time and time again, the next thing that comes out of their mouth is, I tried these 15,000 different products. What do you think I should try next?
Yes. And I mean, you can't really blame them because like one customer in particular that we helped repair her skin barrier recently. So she used to do lasers once a year, and she's been doing it continuously for a number of years until one time it backfired. She suspects that the setting has been changed because she did it with the same provider that she's been doing years and years prior. So as a response, she knows she got skin barrier disruption. I mean, her skin was burned, and now she gets bumps and she gets redness and she gets irritation when she travels, when any kind of like weather condition change. Like her skin is extremely reactive. And as you pointed out, a lot of the times before coming to us, what she tried different skincare actives to get rid of the bumps because, she's like, I never had to rely on makeup, but now I cannot leave the house without makeup. So then here we go. She tries chemical peels and she tries acids to get rid of like the bumps and breakouts, which is her skin is trying to like, it's not even handling, the skincare.
Yeah. And I'm going to say two things about that. First of all, this podcast really, the big overarching thing that we're trying to do here, and the reason we are giving, we're really going to double down on that protocol school type messaging or, quest is because we really cannot just, I get so many messages on Instagram, and it's my personal account.
People find you.
People, unless you want to see photos of me sweaty in jiu-jitsu gear, it's not much. There's not much there, but I do get a lot of DMs. It's like, hey, this is my issue. What should I do? And I really want to help those people out, but I allegedly am supposed to run Young Goose. They don't know behind the scenes you run Young Goose 100%, but allegedly I also have other things to do. And this is why we have this podcast. This podcast should cover 99.9% of people's, issues within that bracket, right? So that's number one. Number two is that one of the things that we talk behind the scenes about and that we want to try and propagate is like, what does it mean skin longevity, or what does it mean, skin health or wellness? And there are these three pillars, which is first of all, like how your skin behaves now, how it performs, how it looks basically. Another pillar is resilience, and another pillar is like, how is it going to longevity, which is like, how is it going to look in 30 years, right? And a lot of the times, you need to find a happy medium, because if you want to go all out on a specific pillar, you're actually going to make other pillars worse. And to your example, the example of, oh my God, I have bumps. I'm going, completely crazy on removing those bumps, or not even completely crazy. That's the thing that bothers me. I'm going to make sure these bumps go away. A lot of times you're sacrificing things like resilience, or how your skin's going to look like in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years on the background. And the major thing that you want to think of is, how do I develop a strategy that at least addresses all three pillars, and not just not just serves one. And
for sure. Yeah. So one of the reasons we are recording this episode is because people actually asked us a lot about the ways in protocols to rebuild the skin barrier. And one of the things that I think is catching on, and I hear more and more on social media, is that skin barrier is the foundation of skin health. And, if you are suffering with pigmentation and bumps and maybe lines and whatever else, and you're like, what is it that bothers me the most? What do I want to tackle first? It's actually, it's not negotiable that you have to tackle skin barrier, repair skin barrier before you can address anything else.
Yeah.
And that's why, it's so important.
Yeah, as you often say, that's what biology needs.
Yes.
Right?
So here's the rule. You build tolerance before you build intensity. So we'll share with you how to approach, the approaches for pigmentation, wrinkles, etc. and other protocol schools editions. But the first one is the barrier because it's the most foundational.
So what should they be able to do?
Okay, they should be able to cleanse, moisturize, and apply SPF daily without any reactivity before adding heavy stimulation.
Yeah, it's fun. The way you customize your routine is our serums for the most part, okay? The other parts of your routine should be very steady or very, like staple things that you use. And that's kind of what you alluded to when you said, you add things after that, right? If not, if you add them too soon, if you add them too heavily and you start reacting, you should really pause the intensity.
Yes. So the barrier capacity determines how much stimulation your skin can actually handle long term. So if long term you are looking to get those maybe lasers and do more with your skin and go more full power, you have to build that skin resilience and tolerance.
Yeah, and I'll quote something you said a while back as well that I like. We're not chasing a 10-day glow. We're chasing a 10-year outcome.
Yeah.
So let's build that reset.
Okay. So step 1, remove irritant load. Pause retinoids, exfoliation, and strong actives for at least 5 to 7 days.
Not forever, just long enough to calm inflammatory signals.
Yeah.
Okay, step 2.
Okay, step 2, gentle cleanse only once at night if possible. So no cleansing in the morning. In the morning, rinse or use, just kind of lukewarm water.
Yeah. If it's super necessary, maybe like very low amount of like a little bit of cleanser.
Sure, and make sure your cleanser is like soap-free, just the most gentle cleanser, like baby cleanser, like suitable for baby skin.
And step 3 is basically like lipid replenishment plus hydration support.
Yes. So we need to replace our ceramides. We talked about skin compositions and the lipid matrix composition. We need to support cholesterol balance, use controlled humectants like glycerin or hyaluronic acid, but always sealed with lipids.
Because, humectants alone can worsen transepidermal water loss, TEWL, in dry environments, right?
Yes. Hydration without sealing is not barrier repair.
This is where something I think like BioBarrier, our serum, Young serum that's called BioBarrier, fits in perfectly because it contains biomimetic lipids that are designed to reinforce structure instead of just coating the surface like we see in most strategies around like lipid replenishment, right? And that's also one of the reasons we're telling people to apply it before a moisturizer.
Yes. And if I had to pick just the one product that will help the most with barrier repair will be the BioBarrier, hence the name.
But you don't need to pick only one product.
No. Also, speaking of other things you could pick, at night, you could use something like hyperbaric mask as the final step to create the occlusive repair environment while supporting glutathione and mitochondrial repair. If you don't have the hyperbaric mask, but you have a facial oil that you like, that could be your occlusive of choice. Just put it over the either BioBarrier or the moisturizer if you lay a moisturizer over BioBarrier.
Yeah. Calm skin, reduce water loss, reduce inflammation. I think this is the perfect starting point.
Yeah, that should be on the t-shirt.
Yes.
So do that consistently for at least 5 to 14 days, and you'll see measurable improvement in tolerance and the way your skin reacts. So you're going to see less reactivity, less sensitivity in your skin. That's the the baseline, basically.
Yeah, and once the barrier is improved or calm, we can actually improve how it regenerates, not just how it feels.
Yes, and that's the shift that most people miss.
Morning barrier logic is different from PM logic.
Yes. So we often say morning is a defense, night is repair.
So morning looks like gentle cleanse, even just water, antioxidant support, barrier moisturizer, mineral sunblock.
Yes, always, always SPF, always. And that matters because UV degrades barrier lipids directly.
Night is when you focus on rebuilding lipid balance and supporting mitochondrial recovery.
Which is why nighttime moisturizer should be slightly richer and more lipid dominant.
We need to talk about exfoliation culture, though. I think this is something, even if you were talking about all those positive things, there is a huge exfoliation culture.
Yeah.
And even in some companies, not throwing any company under the bus here, I see exfoliation as part of systems for barrier support or repair.
I know, I've seen that too. And well, honestly, like you said, it's been exfoliation culture, just the acid kind of culture, just, and the funny thing is that a lot of the times this overly exfoliated skin temporarily in the first few days of this stimulated kind of like shedding of the upper layer of the skin looks really good, especially looks really good on camera. It kind of looks perfect because the skin is very tight because it's this, you just remove the upper layer and temporarily it's brighter. It looks like a baby skin. So again, it looks very appealing. And this is the skin that is going so viral on the internet a lot of the times also with people who follow influencers and bloggers of Korean skincare. So it's this glass skin. It's a lot of the times it's over exfoliated skin. But what people don't know or don't realize that few days later, they're not shooting content every single day. Like all of the content you see, it's like a lot of the videos can be shot on the same day, on this good skin day. And then they will have, all of the adverse effects that we're talking about. And sure, there's also kind of different types of skin, and there could be very acneic, very oily prone skin that, again, temporarily can look good with more frequent exfoliation. It's still not a good strategy long term. But daily exfoliation is not necessary for most people.
And listen, we meet those people. We meet those people, and as you know, I'm a starer.
You are.
Stare at people.
Guys, it's horrible. We're in an elevator, and I can't. I'm trying to look away because my husband is just staring at the person. Yeah.
But it's very hard for me not to stare. I know, these are like skin-oriented influencers, and you look at their skin and you're like, wow, you're doing such a great job on camera. Like you are doing your job so well, but you're definitely not doing the job of like improving other people's skin. But anyway.
Actually, on that note, I will say that recently I saw the first time and the only time I saw something positive in that regard. I saw an influencer with over 1 million followers, and she did the AMA, like Ask Me Anything, and the person said, wow, your skin looks so good. Like, what is your secret? You want to shout her out? Yeah, her name is Vita Sidorkina. And I just loved it that instead of, and she has paid collaborations with a number of brands. So instead of plugging in any brand that she's working right now with and sharing her coupon code, she was just like, well, I wear makeup, I have good lighting, and not every day my skin looks good, but I choose to film content on the days that I feel confident and I look good to myself. And that's so refreshing. Yeah. It was such a nice, honest, refreshing answer. I've never seen anybody else do it, and
my refreshing answer is I don't have both makeup or good lighting. So. Anyway, no, I'm kidding, Jackson. We have good lighting.
I know, like we just spent some time fixing lighting here.
I just want to say, to your point, daily exfoliation is definitely not necessary for most people, and also, especially if you're also using retinoids.
Yes. So the barrier needs intact corneal side layers to function. If you consistently strip them off, you disrupt the lipid organization.
For most skin types, exfoliation once weekly is more than enough.
Yeah, and if you're somebody like me with extremely thin and sensitive skin, even just once or twice a month is more than my skin can handle. So just PSA, once a week is not for everyone either.
Exactly. You work within a schedule, don't freestyle it.
Yes, I love that.
Parameter translator time. You added a new active. Now you're breaking out.
Yeah, oh my God. That happens, I feel like, to all of us at least once in our life. So first question, is it inflamed or is it congestion?
If it's inflamed and red, that's likely barrier disruption.
The move is not to add more acid. The move is barrier reset for 5 to 7 days, as we previously suggested.
Yeah, let inflammation calm. The reintroduction or should happen slowly. Introduction or reintroduction should happen slowly with new actives.
Yes. And as you move slow and low, that's where it gets interesting. Repairing the barrier is one thing. Teaching the skin to generate a stronger barrier is another.
A compromised barrier often, reflects something bigger, right?
A compromised skin barrier often reflects dysfunctional cellular signaling. The keratinocytes aren't producing lipids efficiently. Ceramide synthesis is suboptimal. Inflammatory pathways stay elevated.
So you can keep patching the wall.
Or you can improve how the wall is built.
That's where something like vampire exosomes come in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exosomes act as cellular messengers. When formulated properly and used strategically, they can influence how keratinocytes communicate, how lipids are synthesized, and how inflammatory pathways are regulated.
So instead of just sealing the cracks,
You're helping the skin regenerate a more organized barrier structure over time.
yeah, I think this is a completely different category than just a moisturizer.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's exactly what you were saying before, that we want to correct, not just change the coding.
Yeah, not correct, not coat. Because really, moisturizers, people need to understand moisturizers, although they might have like a user experience to where you feel you have more moisture on your skin, this is in the user experience land. Their real job as moisturizers is stopping or preventing or slowing down transepidermal water loss, the thing that we mentioned. They're a barrier actually from your skin outwards that, holds water in. Yeah. That's why we call it coating, right? But we need to correct the natural barrier that your skin has, that your skin uses to do that. So how would someone integrate it?
Yes, if the barrier is actively compromised, first they would need to complete a 5 to 7 day reset, as we talked about, and then they can introduce vampire exosomes 3 to 4 nights per week. So those are going to be their recovery nights. Keep the rest of the routine simple: cleanser, exosomes, moisturizer, optional occlusive support, as we mentioned, and always SPF.
Yeah, in the beginning, not on exfoliation nights, right? Vampire exosomes, less on exfoliation nights, because it also, exosomes, because they're stimulants, they can also dry a little bit the skin.
Yeah,
So in the beginning,
personally, I don't like to
mix them?
mix exfoliation with exosomes. I just feel like exosomes are such delicate ladies. I just, I create the perfect...
Don't call them ladies.
I'm like all about creating the most... the best environment for them. So, I put it, and we suggest that on our website as well. We apply exosomes on cleansed skin, dry skin. We have exosomes up to like 10 minutes. I go do my errands, then come back, put a moisturizer. That's just the best use of exosomes, where you don't mix it with too many other things.
Okay, so now your protocol, or our protocol, looks like stabilize, correct signaling, then reintroduce stimulation.
Yes. And when the skin learns to produce lipids more efficiently and calm inflammatory pathways, then that tolerance that we're after increases, resilience.
Which means stronger barrier.
Yes, finally. That's what we're all after here. And stronger barrier means higher performance sealing.
Yeah, you can push the skin more.
Yes.
So, quick recap.
Barrier structure is not just moisture.
If skin stings, tighten up the protocol. Don't intensify it.
Yeah, so if you, again, like translation, reset first, then rebuild capacity.
Calm skin is high performance skin. One thing I would say is we're going to prepare some kind of recap, a protocol that you guys can follow along, print it, hang it on your mirror, and make sure that you can follow what we talked about here with actionable steps.
Yes. I hope this was helpful. Please let us know because we want to create more protocols for you. And this is our first episode so we kind of, the first episode really was the elastin episode, the elastin protocol.
Correct,
and
yes.
because you guys had just a record number of positive feedback and questions that came from that episode, and we're now trying to make series of it, but it is for you, with you in mind. You're at the center, so please let us know if you like the format, if you want any tweaks. We'll do it.
And until next time.
See you next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.